Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warcraft. Today we have a special treat for you, a new Heritage Armor questline. I have already made a video on the one of the Forsaken with their Heritage Armor questline in this patch of 10.1.7, and now we are going to be doing the Night Elf Heritage Armor questline. I am rather curious how this questline is going to go. We of course are doing this on the character you guys have seen me do a lot of content on, going back to BFA, my Demon Hunter from back then. So she will be doing this, and she is, of course, is exalted with Darnassus. Nixidin, you do not know me, but your reputation is well known indeed. As the protector of the Kaldorai, I must ask for you to meet me near the embassy in Stormwind. Tyrande has called the Wardens to action, and Maiev Shadowsong herself requested your aid in this matter as well. Arconaren Starshade. Arconaren Starshade, I guess is the name of the... I don't recall that. I don't recall that particular night elf. Okay, sure. Maiev herself requested my help. Interesting. Hi. I do not recall meeting you before.
I am honored.
Huh. Time is of the essence. Now hold on, that sword is a bit of an odd weapon for a warden. This does not belong to me. It belonged to a dear friend of mine, Trey Lightforge. Trey and I were investigating the resurgence of the Shadow Council when we were captured in Jadenar. I heard what those foul demons did to him from my cell. He did not survive. I still miss him every day. But carrying his blade, I feel as though Trey is never far from me. He may have passed on, but Lightforge will always have my back.
Be careful.
It is an honor to meet you.
Thank
you for answering my call so quickly. Demonic corruption has seen a resurgence in Fellwood recently. Tyrande sent out a contingent of sentinels and one of her own priestesses to investigate the matter further. None have returned. Tyrande asked the Watchers to look into the matter, and Maiev has asked for your assistance personally. We need to make haste to Fellwood and see what Maiev has discovered.
Goddess, watch over you.
All that pacing is making me nervous, brother.
Narya, I do not know if I am ready for this.
You're the one always telling me to be strong in the face of adversity, Lysander. I don't have time to sit here and reassure you.
I wasn't asking for... I'll be fine.
Let's go. Meet us in Fellwood, champion. We will be waiting for you there.
Mm-hmm. Let me just go ahead and take some of this off the screen for you guys. It's not clouding up my screen here. There we go. Alright. Fellwood. Wow. Okay, let's see. I guess we'll take the portal to what would be Darnassus. Teldrassil. Well, at least it's not still on fire like Stratholm is. What? Sorry, you guys are probably going to hear that. Remember, this character pretty much did all the content in BFA. This was the character that I was pushing Nyalotha in BFA back then. We got AOTC, we even took down 4 bosses in Mythic Nyalotha when it was current. This was the character I did that on. And as you can see by having the Priestess's Moonsaber, you know that I did a lot of that other content that was part of BFA to get those service medals in order to get that mount. So yeah, of course, Darkshore you can still do for a lot of that other stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of rares and such. I'm pretty sure I got all the mounts in this zone. Now, in case you're curious, like, I got her to 70, but she's not very well geared. She's only 363, so... Fortunately, I don't think I'll need to be very well geared to do this questline. That's my guess, anyway. But we'll see. Go through the poorly textured tree branches.
Another lost. When we've lost so many already.
Did she fall like the others?
Yes, the trail leads to here. The moonwell nearby has been tainted by a foul corruption. Arconarin, champion, I'll need your assistance to clear the area. And you as well, mage.
Wait, was she talking to Lysander when she said that? When she said mage? So I'm trying to see who that is. Just...
What is your
there
report?
weren't other players here in the way. Like, all these players, get out of the way. Gosh. Move. I'm trying to see who that is. I can't because there's this wolf in my way. Hottie, I love you, but you gotta move. But this hunter needs to move. You ever notice that some players just love to just sit here? They're not even doing the questline. They're just blocking the view just because they know it bothers other players. I mean, look at this. This person is literally standing on the corpse because they just don't care. Can I not click on it? I'm trying to see who that is, and I'm having a hard time because also this druid will not move. Whatever.
How may I help?
Elune be with you. Be careful.
Hello, Maev. I will fill you in on what we need to do. But first, let me put my friend to rest.
My vigil continues. May Elune welcome you into her embrace, sister. The wardens are watching.
Tyrande suspected that there was something foul happening here in Fellwood, and she was right. Her priestess, Kaelessa, was sent here to purify the Moonwell from the fell corruption that plagues this land, in an effort to reclaim that which belongs to us. Now we have lost one of our sisters, and the Moonwell still remains corrupted. We cannot let this stand. We will finish what Kaelessa started and heal the Moonwell. Arconarin has history with this place. I will let her tell you why we are here. I will admit, I don't think I ever did the questing in Fellwood, so if there is a connection here to that, I don't remember it.
Stay sharp.
What brings you here?
As Warden Maev said, we are here to clear this place of those that unrightfully claim it. This place was once touched by Elune's blessing. The Moonwell must be purified and the demonic stain upon this land driven out. Tell me why we're here in Fellwood.
This is it? Where Mother slept? I thought it would be...
Nicer? There's a reason she and Father wouldn't let you come here, brother. This place was already far gone by the time you were born. Like everything else, I suppose.
Nari, don't. We can fix this. This place reeks of foul magic. Like it has been overrun.
This place is riddled with satyr. You need not meddle with the arcane to see it. Simply open your eyes and look.
Maev, can we please not do the whole, you use the arcane, therefore you are awful. Come on, Maev. We've gotten past that. I mean, we now have Night Elf Warlocks, so you're gonna give... If we're gonna have Night Elf Warlocks, you can't be giving these mages a tough time. Yes, I know that the Night Elves and Arcane have a bad history. Get over it.
What is your report?
It is time to put our skills to use.
Back to your duties.
Can I assist you?
So, just how old are you, Lysander? I was born after the Battle of Hyjal, but I'm old enough to remember the tales of Fellwood. I may have been young, but I remember the hushed conversations. My family always tried to shelter me from the woes of the world. But I have ears. I have eyes. And I am not, as much as Nari would like to think it, a child anymore. I'm not here to be coddled. I'm here to lend my aid.
Good luck.
I cannot thank you enough for your help with this. I knew I had to be here to help Nari when she told me about this mission. It seems as though my skills are needed, just as I thought. The magic here is foul and all corrupting. It must be contained. Please, take this book and read the incantation within, after putting the satyr around Jadenar to rest. Jadenar need not be a place of death and corruption any longer.
Till next we meet.
Hello. Farewell.
This place, it was once so important to my family. That is why I agreed to come, and why Lysander wanted to come along as well. Even after the horrors of Teldrassil, my brother still tries to do everything he can to help others. Much like you. Come, we must eliminate the threat that these power-hungry Cretans pose. I think you're just the Calderai for the job.
Good luck, friend.
Arconaran, bring your mage and come with me. Meet us at the entrance to Shadowhold after you've finished here, champion.
Of course, Warden.
Right behind you, my... Warden.
So Maev is, of course, being Maev, that she's not calling him by his name, she's calling him that mage, or your mage with you. You know, because she's Maev. That's just how Maev is. Someone who's very much stuck in her ways. I mean, after all, it's not like she, we have, undone or retconned, the horrible thing she did. That was acknowledged in Legion. Where at what point, Maev was a straight-up villain. And some of us thought, oh, well, they probably must have retconned that to make it not be the case, because obviously we couldn't have her still be this horrible villain person, then have us continue to help her out. Even if we are doing so on behalf of her brother, who is awesome, because, yeah, he's pretty cool. Maev, though, not so much. But then again, I'm one of those who has felt that way pretty much since Warcraft 3. But then again, I am also quite the fan of Illidan, which she, of course, was like, oh, Illidan, you're so horrible, and yeah, let's just say I've never been that much of a fan of Maev.
It is too far away.
So yeah, my Demon Hunter here is not very well geared, but hopefully that's not going to be a big deal.
I'm out of range.
Interesting. Oh.
I need to get closer.
They're corpses. Oh, okay. So no, we're not actually trying to, do that before we kill them. No, we just kill them and then we'll do that.
I need to talk.
I mean, after all, they're just satyrs. It's not like we're trying to spare them, right? No.
It is too far away. I'm out of range.
The Wardens are watching. Until next time.
I asked for your aid for a reason, Demon Hunter. Yeah, you did so back in Legion. You made that clear. Time and again, you have demonstrated the resilience and strength needed to do what must be done. I find this funny that she's saying this to a Demon Hunter, because she's looking at me like, at what point I imprisoned you with your master Illidan, and now here I am once again asking for your help.
Back to your duties.
Of course, I'm not going to be the only Night Elf Demon Hunter that shows up here. These Satyr were sentinels. Whoever committed this atrocity will pay.
Until next time.
Good work.
Stay sharp.
Their ranks have been thinned, and their corpses cleansed. You have done well. Come, we must find out what lurks below and put an end to it.
My vigil continues. What is your
Let's
report?
put a stop to this, Warden.
Stay close and be silent. I will shroud us from their eyes. Arconarin, Mage, stay with our champion.
As you command, Warden.
Notice how Maiev is calling her by her name, but she keeps calling him Mage. Come on, Maiev.
Do not ruin our mission, champion.
Sorry. It would be so funny if she had extra lines to mock me because I'm a demon hunter. Because she's Maiev.
Are you all right, Nari?
Yes, yes. I remember this place well.
I'm sorry it's been spoiled for you. Mother loved it here, didn't she?
It's not... It's fine, Lysander. Let's just go.
Keep your eyes sharp, Arconarin.
I'll have to do some research to see whether or not Arconarin was someone we actually interacted with when we quested here in Fellwood. Because like I said, I never did the questing in Fellwood.
I will make them regret returning here.
Are you looking to get caught, killed, or tortured? Get over here!
Shut up, Maiev. Maybe if you weren't moving so slow. It's like, come on, Maiev, move! You're just standing there, come on!
Is this where they held you?
Yes. Over there. In those cages.
Wait, Nari, this is where you were captured? I didn't know. We never should have come back here.
I have felt the walls of confinement close in as well, Arconarin. But you are free now. Your path is your own. That it led you to the Wardens is a boon to the Kaldori. And to me.
Thank you, Warden. That means a lot.
Hey, Maiev, you ever think that your own prisoners ever felt the walls of confinement as well? No? Just you? Okay, fine.
I will make them regret returning here.
Okay, Maiev, you can stop pointing at the braziers. I've already put it out. What a
Nari,
fun questline.
I'm sorry. Why didn't you tell me what this place really was?
Because I do not need you worrying over me. Come on.
Let's go, champion.
Maev? You're starting to really irritate me more than usual. So fun. Slowly move forward, as only as far as Maev will let me before she starts, you know. If I move out, she's like, "Hey, do you want to risk our mission?" I'm like, well, you know, maybe if you just move forward a bit. Hey. Now I have to wait for Maev to move forward. This is getting really irritating. I can only go as far as Maev will let me. Oh, hey, a Felguard.
Regret returning here.
Watch your footing, champion.
I will make them regret returning here.
Do not ruin our mission, champion.
I'm gonna smack you, Maev.
Warden, do you have any siblings?
Have you not heard of Jared Shadowsong?
My apologies. History was never my strongest subject.
Do not apologize. There were many days where I suspect he would have appreciated being forgotten. He was not as outspoken as you, nor was he keen to lead, but lead us he did. To victory. Long ago.
He's honestly one of the better Night Elf characters, period. Like I said, Jared Shadowsong, he is awesome. Compared to a number of the other Night Elf characters, which I am not too fond of. But he's like one of the few Night Elves I actually really like. Maev, I've already put out all the necessary braziers, so stop pointing at them! Behold the Night Elf heritage, everybody! Slowly walking with Maev, with her chastising us. And pointing at braziers for me to put out.
The Wardens are watching.
We no longer need the element of surprise.
Back to your duties.
We will strike together on your command. The last thing this fiend will see is our blades.
Unsteel yourselves. We end this here.
I cannot fail. Not today.
Well, you know I would if it wasn't for the fact that he's already been killed by the players. I'll just have to wait, I suppose. Look at all these players just sitting here waiting for this guy to respawn.
visit. And the illustrious Maiev Shadowsong herself. I am honored. I suppose you and these champions have come to stop me. How quaint. Such a pity I could not turn Kaelessa before my minions killed her. But that is all you're kinda good for, is it not? Dropping like flies.
Your end draws near, demon. You know it as well. I can hear it in your voice.
So what a shock. It was a Dreadlord behind this.
What is your report?
Our sentinels warped and twisted. This will not stand. We will hunt down the leader of this foul incursion. I will have his head.
Stay sharp.
The time for subtlety is over. Lord Helnerath has made himself known to us, and I will not rest until I see him slain. Ready yourself. Together we will show these demons why they should fear the Kaldorei. Maiev, you forget that I'm a demon hunter, right? This is what I do. Hunting down dreadlords is like my hobby. You know, it's what Illidan wanted me to do, right? But then again, you did hate him, so never mind.
My vigil continues.
How may I help?
I knew fell magic was dangerous, but this is an affront to everything the Kaldorei stand for. I won't let this continue. These monsters must be stopped.
Goddess, watch over.
Can't believe how much Nari has been through. This perversion of our history, our culture, my family. These demons came in here from somewhere. I'm certain the source of their invasion lies in the depths of our barrow den. You and I can put a stop to it. I won't let this place haunt her any longer.
May the
Champion, Arconarin and I will find Lord Helnerath. Take Lysander with you. Put an end to the demon's minions. Meet with us after you have finished.
Yes, Warden.
Okay. She cut herself off and actually called him by his name.
I did not realize what this place really was. Long ago, these were barrow dens. My mother used to rest here when she was called to the Emerald Dream. That must be why my sister came here with her friend Trey. To fix this place for my mother and our family.
It's okay, Lysander. Like I said, I'm a demon hunter. This is what I do. Taking down members, demons and such. Oh, please. This is like my day job.
It is too far away. I cannot attack that. I need to get closer.
I can disrupt this portal, but it will require concentration. Please, defend me while I shut it down.
You got it.
Parents told me she was captured, but they were certain she'd return home. And she did. But the sparkle left her eyes. I knew there were things they didn't tell me. Things she didn't tell me.
Of course not. Why would you, if you were in her position, would you want to share what happened to you in this place? If you were taken prisoner and tortured and basically forced to watch a close friend of yours have the same done to them until the point where they were actually killed, I don't blame her for not wanting to talk about this place. Why would you ever want to think about this place again?
I need to target something
Blasted
first.
portal. Cover me, and I'll tear it down. I may be young, But I have tasted grief. You have too. I can tell. Sometimes, I feel like that's all Nari thinks we are worth. Mourning. We are more than that. My face bears the scars of our tragedies, but I am not broken. None of us are.
Well, of course not. You're not Draenei.
I need
Oh. Oh, you mean the other broken. Oh, okay. Gotcha. What? What? He set up the joke. I had to take advantage of it. Come on, LOS. LOS.
Blasted portal. Cover me, and I'll tear it down. We need each other, now more than ever. I hope I can show her that. In time. I know you see it too. That's why you're here, isn't it? For yourself. And for all of us.
Lysander, I feel like there are some things you need to be brought up to speed on. Not just about the Night Elves, but about the Demon Hunters.
Another portal. Protect me and I will take care of it.
You got it!
I need a target. I need to target something first.
Come, champion. I think we've cleared this place.
It is too far away.
It's okay.
The Wardens are watching.
I heard the cries from here. Well done.
Stay sharp.
Farewell.
Lysander, he is determined. I'll give him that. And brave. Thank you. Now, it is time to face the leader of all this.
Shelnadris, goddess watcher.
Lord Helnerath's hubris gave me an opportunity to study what he's doing. I think I found a way to give us an opening to strike. I fear this will take a lot out of Lysander, but I know he'll give it everything he has. Perhaps my perceptions have been misplaced. It's time to put our demons to rest.
Good luck, friend.
Hold on, apparently I have to signal my Ev. Just gotta wait for this to respawn. It's weird. I didn't have any of these issues doing the Forsaken questline. Yes, I did have to do the quest from Shadowlands to set it up, but that didn't bother me. There was no issue here of, hey, we have to slowly move through here. Oh, hey, now we have to wait for these things to respawn. This feels yeah.
Bondu Thorabas!
And now, of course, other players are, well... I hope this doesn't trigger. Otherwise, I may just abandon it and do it again, because other players are kind of getting in the way of me actually doing it. I guess this is what I get for doing it on the day it comes out. There's apparently also so many more Night Elf players than there are Forsaken players. Because even though there was plenty of Forsaken players doing that questline today, they weren't interfering with the play and the progress like they have been with this one. It's so weird. Like, I'm watching other players do this, and I'm just like, okay. Okay. Well, that ended. And more players keep showing up to do this. You know, it's funny, because you guys at this point know how I like to do my WoW videos. You guys know that I like to try and showcase as much of the content as I can, that I try to actually, like, you know, read the text as, you know, and do the voices as the characters, because I think it just kind of, like, adds to not just my enjoyment, but hopefully anyone else watching, which I know some people have said that they enjoy that. What's funny, though, is the comments I've gotten from other people that have been actually telling me not to do it because they think it's stupid that I do the voices for it, or that they're like, I did it without doing that and I enjoyed it, so why do you do it? And I'm like, because I'm doing it that way for my channel on my videos. So, yeah. But what was funny was I saw a survey recently where there was a question asked, which was, how often do you read the quest text? And what was amusing to me was that the majority said they never read the quest text. And that kind of baffled me. It astounded me how many people say they never read the text for the quests. Which is funny, considering that I can think of numerous quests in this game that, unless you read the text here for this quest, you would have no idea what you're supposed to do. I was doing that just the other day on my priest, my gnome priest, when I was doing the quest to get the extra Legion Fall follower. And the quest text specifically said you had to, that you had to use a specific priest ability in order to do this. And I didn't have that ability on me at the time, and I had to change my abilities. But what was funny was there was no indication of that outside of the reading the text of the quest to let me know that. So how often do players just never bother reading the quest text, and then they get to those quests that require you to read the text, and then they're just like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. You know? Alright, let's see if I can get it this time. I don't know.
What is your report? Bondu Thorabas!
Again, I couldn't do it because another player rushed in and just immediately hit it because they just want to rush through this. So players can't be able to really... Gosh. It's like, you want to kind of experience some of these in a specific way, but then other players just get in the way and ruin it. There are times where I'm glad there are other players around, and then there are times where I just wish I could do this by myself, so that other players won't interfere. which they just have a huge tendency to do. And they just keep coming. This is one of those times where I really wish that, you know, that there were no other players to get in the way. And you know, at some point, I have to come back and do this. I don't know which character I would do it on. Although, if I do it on Horde, it would definitely be my Shaman, since he was the one doing most of the questing. The thing is, though, I could get the Lore Master just on one character and one faction. But at the same time, to really experience all the content, you gotta do it on a Horde character, but also an Alliance character. That's just kind of a thing you gotta do. Because you're only gonna get one half of the story. And that's true for a number of different zones.
Greetings.
The Wardens are watching.
Steel yourself. We take back what has always been ours. For the Kaldorai!
Bondu Thorabas!
Ooh, nice. No.
Look out!
I don't have a target. I'm out of range.
I almost wish I was on Vengeance for this, but it doesn't matter.
Just a moment. You will not harm him on my watch, fiend. I'm out of range.
If I can just break. One more champion. Do not.
You will not harm him on my watch, fiend. I need to target something first. I'm out of range.
Lysander, now!
Everyone, to the portal! Quickly!
It's a good thing we had a mage.
Lysander, are you...
Look! The moon well.
It is done. When Tyrande decreed that arcane practitioners would return to our numbers, I vehemently protested.
You had every right to be wary, Warden.
Yet today, I have witnessed who you truly are. A strong, resilient defender of the Kaldorai. Should you wish it, your face will bear the mark of Protector.
I thought men were not permitted such...
Even sacred traditions should evolve, as should the Kaldorai. Come, Lysander.
Go on.
Wow. Color me impressed for my oath. Even sacred traditions should evolve, as should the Kaldorai. There is so much truth in that statement. Absolutely. Even traditions should evolve. I couldn't agree more.
What brings you
The Moonwell. Its beauty reminds me of my mother. Thank you.
Be careful.
What is your report? Until next time.
Alone light your
Don't worry over me. My sister does enough of that already. Look at that moon instead. It's beautiful.
Till next we meet.
The Wardens are watching.
Traditions should not hold us back. They should inform the future. I have let my perceptions hold me back as well. No more. I'm tired of seeing rifts between our people, regardless of what they use to better themselves or the world. I like to think she's saying that about me, not just him. You know, she could be saying that about him as being a mage, but also to me as a demon hunter. Which, if that was true, that's a big step forward for Maiev and her character. It is time I gave Lysander his marking. The Kaldorei are no strangers to change. Our traditions should adapt to our lives, not define them.
My vigil continues.
Observe the ceremony.
Let the waters cleanse your spirit as we have cleansed the well. Lotus petals bloom, granting color to your mark, just as your purpose blooms within you. A needle of briarthorn to bear the ink to skin, just as you bear the charge you carry. Bruiseweed to numb the pain.
I do not need it.
The world gifts us with means to move beyond this pain. You prove nothing by choosing to dwell in it.
I understand, Warden.
Maiev. It is done. Rise, Lysander.
Mother and father would be proud. As am I.
Thank you, Nari. Let's head back to Stormwind.
I was about to say, if he closes that portal and leaves me behind, I'm gonna be so just irritated. He's gonna be like one of those mages just opens the portal and then leaves, and you're like, mage opening a portal and then leaving before I can use it. Arrgh. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I spent a lot of time getting this mount. It took a long time to get those service medals. Still worth it. Love this mount.
Ishnu Allah.
Hold on. Can I actually see it on him now? Yep.
Be careful.
I'm proud of my brother, and that pride has given me a new insight into my people. Perhaps we have bent, but we will never be broken. We can be healed, and our sacred places will never be lost to us. Only Elune knows how deep our roots shall run and how high our branches shall reach.
Goddess, watch over you.
The ink on my skin is a tether between worlds, between the present I live in and the past my kin have walked astride. Their triumphs, their sorrows, I will not let them forget what it is to be Kaldorei, a child of the stars, a wanderer beneath the firmament. And I will protect their travels no matter what stands in our way. My journey has begun, but I will never forget the place you have taken in it.
Alone light your path.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. How? Why? Today will go with me for all of eternity. Thank you.
Good luck, friend.
Oh. Hey, Maev.
What is your report?
Today is a day of celebration, and a day of new beginnings. Arconarin and Lysander have reminded me that the Calderai are no strangers to change. I forget sometimes how long I was away, and just how much my kin have progressed in my absence. Lysander celebrates this day, but your service also deserves to be recognized. Come, learn the meaning of Amashan from Maev. Flightstones, traditionalist Calderai blades, and of course the heritage armor.
Back to your duties, champion. Despite all we have been through, your devotion to your people has never wavered. You carry the honor of the goddess with you, and you should carry the name as well. Amashan. May Elune guide you, and may your path continue to inspire us all. The Wardens are watching.
Hold your head high, Amashan. May your deeds continue to inspire the Calderai.
My vigil continues.
That's actually my new title. And off she goes.
I have many, many wares.
Huh. Hey, I got new foot wraps, derp. Glaive of the Blood Moon, and Moonlight Glaive, and Dusk Rune Glaive. Same thing, just different color versions. I'm probably never going to use them, but it's nice to have. And now, of course, for the heritage armor.
Oh, I have just the thing, Wanderer.
Doesn't come with a cloak, but whatever.
Beware of Yeti!
So, this is the heritage armor. I'll be honest, I'm not exactly too impressed about it. It's not exactly something that I think looks really cool. It actually kind of reminds me of a cross between the Eagle Talon set from the Nighthold for Hunters and the Nightborn heritage armor set. It's not bad, but it just feels a little lackluster, in my opinion, and it feels like they could have done more with this. It's again, it's not bad. It just feels like it's okay. I don't know really if I'm ever gonna actually want to use this. I have 3 Night Elves. I have this Demon Hunter, a Hunter, and a Druid. The Hunter is the one I made with the Night Warrior eyes after I unlocked that in BFA from Tyrande. And then there's the Druid, who I actually had to remake because there was a bug where my Teleport Emerald Dreamway went back to Teleport Moonglade. And I didn't know how to fix it, so I just recreated her. So, anyways. If I sound a little out of it, it's kind of because it feels a little disappointing. That didn't really feel like that big of a deal, honestly, when it comes to the heritage of the Night Elves. It felt like we got to spend some time with Maiev, had a couple of frustrating quests to do. One was walk along with Maiev and do these things. If you don't go too far, she'll mock you or yell at you, like, "Are you trying to ruin our mission?" And then, of course, there was other players just kind of like interfering with the progress, where we had to wait there for a little while. And it's just like, it didn't really feel like it had that much to do with the Night Elves. Like, I was expecting something that had to do with, like, kind of a follow-up, even more so, to what's going on with, the new tree and the Emerald Dream, but also kind of a follow-up to how they're dealing with the fallout of Teldrassil, which I guess that's part of it, but did this really feel like a questline that emphasized the heritage of the Night Elves? It didn't really feel that way to me. It felt like we were just kind of there. I will say this, there was one thing I liked about it, and that it felt like it gave some character growth to Maiev, which I think was desperately needed. I think Maiev was definitely somebody who needed to grow as a character. And it did touch upon something that is important in the Night Elf history, which, of course, their concerns about the arcane. Like she said, when it was made a big, a thing that Night Elf mages were going to be a thing, that was a big deal. Because, like Maiev said, her and a lot of other Night Elves hated the idea that arcane users were going to come back into the folds of the Night Elves, to the point where if some could even, like, spit on you if they saw you as an arcane mage amongst the Night Elves. That's how much they were hated amongst the Night Elf people. And the fact that Maiev actually grew past that and got to the point where she started calling him by his name instead of mage, and even gave him something that is not normally given out to... I find it funny that it's like he said that males are not allowed to be given that mark. It's only allowed to be given to female Night Elves, which, I don't even want to discuss that. But, yeah, I like that she at least was... Maiev was the one who said that traditions need to evolve, which I think was a really good step forward with her character. It feels like, okay, like, we got the armor, but hey, we also got a few extra weapon appearances, plus we got a new title, Amashan, which, okay, but, I don't know. I feel like they could have done more with this when it comes to actually, like, really emphasizing, like, the history of the Night Elves in a big way. The Forsaken one, that felt that way. Like, we were really actually, like, dealing with the Scarlet Crusade, we were dealing with them, trying to continue to make, get their place in this world and take back the Undersea, or rather the ruins of Lordaeron for themselves, and emphasizing that the people of the Forsaken, the Destined Council, that they were emphasizing how much you have played a factor as a member of the Forsaken in helping them throughout the years. It really felt that way. Like, even with all the Forsaken, like, saluting you as, like, the champion of the Forsaken. This one didn't really feel that way. It's nice that Maiev is, like, giving us these kind of, like, recognition and such, and with this title, which I'm guessing is, supposed to be a big deal, that she doesn't give out titles like this very often, but it feels, yeah. I feel like amongst the Heritage Armor questlines we have had, at least on the Alliance side, I like the human one more, because it touched upon stuff going back to vanilla, including all the stuff with Onyxia, and of course, the Dead Mines, and all that stuff with the Defias, and all that stuff back then. The Dwarven one was also really cool, and of course, I really enjoyed the Worgen one, where we actually got to, interact with Goldrin, the wolf god, and got to help Tess kind of give an idea as to what it would be like if she actually became a Worgen, but also letting her, see again the events of what happened back in the Worgen starting zone all those years ago, when her brother died. Like, there was some good stuff in those. And the Gnome one, it was also kind of fun. I wouldn't say that one was great, but it was, I liked it. But I gotta be honest, guys, this is probably the one that I didn't really care for the most. Amongst the Alliance Heritage Armor questlines we've done, this was the one I thought was the most disappointing. There's only one left, and that's the Draenei, which I'm guessing will be in a later patch, possibly. Like, there's only 2 Heritage Armors they have not done yet. That's Troll and Draenei. So, I don't know. If you like this, great. I'm not trying to, like, hate on it or, like, you know, or put, you know, if I'm not at all saying that if you like this, that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that I'm not too fond of this, or the weapons, or the title, and the questline itself felt kind of disappointing, other than I'm glad that we got some character growth with Maiev. Yeah. Sorry. I'm kind of disappointed. I was actually had this hunch that I was going to enjoy the Forsaken one more so than the Night Elf one. And no, it's not because I prefer Horde over Alliance. It just felt that way. With the stuff that they had been doing with the Forsaken in recent times, I thought they were going to, you know, be able to do it a little better. Whereas this one, it feels like what's going on with the new tree and the Emerald Dream and what we're going to be doing in this new patch is probably a bigger deal when it comes to the Night Elves and such, considering that how much Chandris, Tyrande, and even Malfurion, and Ysera, and Melithra, and all of them have been involved in this. This felt like a side story for the Night Elves, compared to the main story that's going on right now in Dragonflight, where we're trying to make sure that Farak doesn't get to the tree in the Emerald Dreamway. That feels like a bigger deal for the Night Elves than this, you know? If you want to see that, I will, of course, be doing that in my main Dragonflight playthrough. So, this was the Night Elf Heritage Armor questline. I was disappointed by it, as well as the armor. If you feel differently, great. Sorry. It felt lackluster to me. I felt like they could have done more in a number of areas. And I didn't really enjoy this questline. You even heard it. There were times I was getting frustrated with the way the quests were. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.